It's no secret that we can all beat these games faster with more overall, and I'm excited to learn how much faster we can do it, especially if we have 30 matches like in the last run. Then this one should be the quickest by far. Now before we rush into the game, there are a few rules we need to keep in mind. Rule 1, there will be no changing the attributes. They must stay at 98 at all times. Rule 2, we must be playing on legend difficulty. Rule 3, no forced countouts. Rule 4, we must win at WrestleMania 20 as the undisputed champion. Alright, with that in mind, I'm Dragon DDT, and I hope my horrible reversal skills don't ruin this run. Let's do this. The current WWE champion, Rob Van Dam, will join us again to answer the question. However, as you can see, maximum overall in this game is not 100 like the last one, and by the looks of it, I'm not really liking the strength and durability stat as much as the rest of them. Let's not worry about that too much now, because our first match is against JBL and my boy, Mark Jindrak. We get our ass stomped in this one by both JBL and Jindrak because we try to go for moves, but take so much damage in the process. It only gets worse when we take a flying clothesline to the face, and I'm gonna be honest with you, that looked pretty good. We eventually tag in Ray and he gets the win with the 619. I really think we need to go back to the corner strat because we got hurt really badly in that one, and I don't like that. Mark Jindrak wrestles us by himself this week. This time we have to try to figure out a way to use our maximum overall to win faster. I really didn't think it would be so difficult. So far we have the turnbuckle strat or corner strat or whatever I feel like calling it at the time, and this rolling fireman's carry thing into a handspring moonsault. We score the victory with our leg lariat sweep. I think we need a few more matches to figure this out. We have a tag team match, but it's under tornado tag rules this time. We spent an awful long time trying to put these guys down. Since everyone's in the ring at all times, they break up every pin attempt ever. Despite that, we managed to give Jindrak the 5-star frog splash. With Ray distracting JBL, we get the 3. Judgment Day is our first pay-per-view, of course, and we will be defending our title for the first time of this run. Too bad it's in a 15-minute ultimate submission match. This match isn't really that hard because we're fairly durable, but it takes a long time to get the first submission because we work over the body only to find that we have no body submissions. Instead, we switch to punching JBL's face a lot until we see him bleed. Once we see that, we use the generic submission to get him to tap out 6 times. John does manage to get 1 point at the very end though with the cravat. But who cares? We're still the champ. With Cena as our partner, we take on the Big Show and Bubba Ray. We show the big man into the corner enough times to soften him up for the finish. It's kinda disappointing to know this is the fastest way to deal damage with max overall, but let's not think too much about that right now. Once we're satisfied, we wrap the match up with our 5-star frog splash on the Big Show, and Cena shoulder tackles Bubba to secure the win. We choose to take on JBL because it's always nice when we beat down somebody who calls themselves a wrestling god. Aside from his excessive reversals, this guy doesn't cause too much worry. The biggest issue is figuring out how the hell to pin him. The leg lariat works normally, but we also roll him into the ropes quite a lot. Ultimately, we settle for the corner roll up. Max overall just doesn't really feel as significant in this game compared to Here Comes the Pain. This time we have a triple threat match with Eddie and JBL. Usually we just chill on the outside while the other two beat the hell out of each other. However, we take turns running them into the corner as much as we can in this one. After some time, Eddie drops JBL and we capitalize on it by running him into the turnbuckle, then going over to pin JBL. That felt like the quickest triple threat match we've had so far. That's amazing. Our second pay-per-view is Vengeance, and we will be defending our title against John Cena because he said he wanted a title match. I don't know why that's all it took for him. Hell, we had to win a damn Rumble. Alright, this match is important because we work out the strat to completion. We throw him into the corner twice, hit him in the back with our high kick, then try for 3 handspring moonsaults. At least this way we build a bit more finish. Speaking of which, we end the match with one 5-star frog splash later, we end the pay-per-view, retaining our title. We have another triple threat match, and this one is in a steel cage against Big Show and The Undertaker because our general manager thinks we should wrestle in high-profile matches for no good reason. This match is a chaotic brawl for the most part, so I'll just show you how this one ends. Taker slowly sets up Big Show for the Tombstone Piledriver, and we slowly try to escape. Dude's got 10 speed, and you'd think he'd be faster at climbing. That's all I'm saying. Right as we try to climb down from the top, we do the strangest dance I've ever seen, and I don't know why. The D in RVD must stand for dance. Next we take on Eddie, which is nice because it's not a crazy main event match for no reason, like the last one. We deal with Guerrero the same way we did John at Vengeance, and also start learning to rely more on our high kick. We finish him with a corner roll up on the first try. That's the most impressive thing that's happened so far. Now we have a triple threat match again, but this time it's a ladder match because our GM is obsessed with the ratings and we must been getting good ones so far. At the very top of the ladder is a briefcase with $10,000, and you bet your ass that money will be coming home with us. Our opponents this time around are JBL and Booker T. We just hang out around the ring and look for an opportunity to climb up and grab the money. It comes when JBL turns his attention to Booker. We scale the ladder and take the money with no issues. I hope we don't have to pay any taxes on this. We made it to SummerSlam and have ourselves a good old Elimination Chamber match. All because the GM pissed off everyone he put in high profile matches for nothing more than ratings. We come out 5th in this match, and that's rare because, well, we're usually number 1. But if you check out the damage on each guy, Taker really is the only one that's hurt. That just means more work for us. We just taunt outside the ring while the others fight. After some time of running away from anyone who gets close, we end up taunting again, while Booker puts away Eddie on the left part of the screen with a bookend. Not long after, Big Show puts away the dead man with a final cut. Honestly, I always thought that move looked shit and wish he just stayed with the showstopper. Too bad for him though, he chooses to go after us because he's thrown into the pod and immediately pinned. You should know by now not to mess with RVD. Booker is all that's left, and we end things after shooting him into the ropes and watch as he crashes into the steel chain. Another successful title defense. We have a title match against Eddie, and Booker is the special referee, which I'm not sure I like. We beat down Guerrero with the corner throws and our kicks. This part stands out to me the most, but it's just a shame he reversed the corner spot. Moving on from that, we struggled to put him away for a long time until we flattened and pinned him with the handspring moonsault. That match was exhausting. Oh look, we have another triple threat match. And I think I'm okay if I never have another one of these matches for the rest of time. We got Eddie and Booker in this one. And this match won't be anywhere near as short as the last triple threat matches. In fact, it seems to be our longest match so far. I'll spare you, me, and everyone else the 11.5 minute agony by just cutting to the end. Oh great. Moving on from one hell to another. We have a last man standing match with Eddie for the WWE Championship because in storyline, Booker keeps interrupting the damn matches before they can end. The GM just doesn't know how to suspend him for some reason. Anyways, this match is surprisingly short for the type of match it is. Usually it takes 10 minutes, but this time it only takes a little over 2. We keep Eddie down after a handspring moonsault. Booker interferes again. Come on man, what is this? No Mercy rolls around, and we have a ladder match to finally decide the rightful WWE Champion. Kinda like WrestleMania 10 with Shawn Michaels and Razor Ramon for the Intercontinental Championship. this match we struggled to get the title because all the normal tricks just won't work, like throwing him to the outside and climbing the ladder. Maybe it has something to do with Eddie's speed, I don't know. Either way, we finally get it right when he joins us on the outside. The plan was to get him to climb the ladder and try to get the title, but then we'd pull him off and take it ourselves. But this works too. Big Show's back to prove himself against the WWE Champion. He isn't a challenge for us because we have the turnbuckle strat and the high kicks to deal damage. We use those as efficiently as we can manage until we hit what seems to be our new finish, the handspring moonsault. That move finally keeps him down, giving us the win. After learning about a bounty placed on us, we move to Raw to face Christian. He doesn't put up much of a fight either and takes some nasty shoulders into the corner that gives us a finisher. We then use that finisher to crash into Captain Charisma with our 5-star frog splash and pin him in the middle of the ring. I'm loving these quick matches. I really am. Can we get some more? Chris Jericho is our opponent on this go-home show to Survivor Series. We do so well that we work to get a finisher and attempt to use it against him, but the damn guy gets his knees up. Shit. The rest of the match is spent trying to pin Chris, but nothing works until we head to Brett's rope and hit him with a fallaway slam. I guess whenever we're in doubt, we just need to head to Brett's rope. It always works for him, and well, it looks like it works for us too. So it was Eric Bischoff who placed the bounty on us, and we signed a contract to have a 6-man Hell in a Cell match for our title for some reason. Well, damn. The odds aren't in our favor on this one. We join this match with everyone outside of the cell. Cena is chosen to be our target, and we isolate him from the others to do what we have to do to retain our title. We smash him into the cell because he doesn't seem to want to reverse, and it does a ridiculous amount of damage. Eventually, we pin him with our leg lariat because everyone else is too far away to break it up. So hold on. So since no one claimed the bounty, does that mean we get the money? And for that matter, how much money should we be expecting? Devon will be our next punching bag, or kicking bag if this is anything to go by. He barely stops us from beating him down, and our momentum leads us to getting a finisher. We use it, and thankfully he doesn't reverse it. This Dudley doesn't ever seem to want to put up much of a fight when we face him. It's a little sad, but I'll take it as long as it means winning matches in 2 minutes and 49 seconds. We ambush Shawn because we don't take too kindly to Raw guys on SmackDown. I don't know the name of these boxes, but I'm going to call them breaker or fuse boxes. Whatever it's called, we throw HBK into them for long enough to knock him the hell out. After a few final punches to the face, we knock him out and pin him. I don't know why our ambush turned into a match, but okay. JBL joins us against HBK and Christian in a Tornado Tag Tables match. Golly, the alliteration. We spend the match beating the hell out of these guys, so much so that it seems we forgot we need to put them through a table. Lucky for us, JBL didn't forget. He works over Shawn on the outside and pile drives him through a table while we use the corner to our advantage. We get the victory, and that means the Royal Rumble is next. It's now time for the Royal Rumble pay-per-view, and we're facing John Cena. If we beat him, he can run off to Raw with Shawn and Christian. Hell, if he leaves, SmackDown won't be missing much since we're the WWE Champion. In this match, we have JBL at ringside to watch our back, and Cena has HBK. I was thinking he wouldn't be dumb enough to show his face after our backstage altercation, but it shows what I know. The only thing I can say about this match is look at how dominant we are against this guy. And if you want more proof than my words, just look at how low his finisher meter is. And no, he didn't just use a finisher on us. I swear, look at our body. Doesn't look like it. Okay. There's nothing more to do at this point but to hit our move and leave with our title. Our opponent this week is Chavo Jr. This match is one-sided, and the most interesting part comes after we give him a fall-away slam from the second rope. We hit him with 3 consecutive handspring moonsaults, making sure to land on his body as hard as possible. And to finish it off, we pose for the adoring fans. The rest of the match is devoted to pinning him, but he's a tough one to hold down. Who would have thought? Eventually, we end him with our version of the jackhammer. That's another win for Rob Van Goldberg. We are a special referee in this match with Undertaker and Big Show, but since we aren't wrestling in it, it doesn't count. Therefore, we're just gonna move past it like the giant waste of time it is. So after getting stomped out by these two idiots, we wrestle Taker and he has the Giant as his manager. We spend what feels like forever trying to pin this guy, after we get his body into the red of course. The big dead guy just refuses to stay down. That is, until we roll him up out of nowhere. I can't believe after all that, the roll up is what keeps him down. The final pay-per-view before Mania is upon us and it's No Way Out. This time, we're up against the Big Show in a regular singles match. Even though we're a part of a pay-per-view called No Way Out, you think it has something to do with the main event, but I don't book the shows. Big Show heads outside immediately for what I assume is to steal our title. We don't like thieves where we're from, so we head out after him and tell him that with our feet. He's just helpless to stop our kicks. For however long he plans on standing there and taking them, we're gonna give him. I was starting to think that would go on for the entire match, but I guess it's a good thing he stopped us. Back in the ring, we sneak up on him and get the win after another damn roll up. Maybe that's our finisher now. For some reason, we get a shot of the SmackDown stage, and since it's the only one we get, it's making it into the video. Though, I do wonder why we get it now of all times. Oh my god. We have another triple threat match. I don't understand why this game is so fascinated with this match type. I guess we only ever have two contenders at a time, except for the damn Armageddon Hell in a Cell, but that was because of the GM and his bullshit. Anyways, this match is one hell of a long fight, but we survived long enough to trip Cena up and allow Taker to hit a terrifying chair move. Afterwards, we dump him to the outside and steal the win like a thief in the night. This time, instead of 3 guys in a match, we get 6. I don't know how I feel about that, but let's just end this as quickly as possible. This match shows something I've never seen before. The Undertaker pins HBK after giving him a last ride, but his body is yellow. How the hell is it possible to pin someone when their body is yellow? The match before Mania sees us taking on Chavo Jr. in a parking lot. That reminds me of the last run. Maybe I'm misremembering, but I think we take on him before Mania too. The only thing to do in this match is to throw him into the car windshield, so that's what we do. After some time of doing that, we just pin him. I just hope the owner of that vehicle can see through the cracks in their windshield. Welcome to WrestleMania, where we will be unifying the World Heavyweight Championship and the WWE title in a 3 stages of hell match, because that's the only match we can have at Mania according to this game. Of course, the first match is a singles match like it always is. This is our only successful example of a variation of our completed corner strat. A throw into the corner followed by 2 shoulder charges and a running dropkick, ending with 3 handspring moonsaults that look so much better because of the Mania stage in the background. We throw Kane into the turnbuckle and leap over him just to land the most devastating frog splash of all time, to end the first fall the best way we know how. Admittedly, we didn't think this one through. This is a first blood match and neither one of us have any head damage. That means this one will be a long one, folks. There isn't a rule about not using weapons in this run, but I genuinely try not to use them despite that. However, an exception is made for this match to save time. We smash Kane in the face with the WWE title multiple times, then finish him off by punching him until we see red. Ultimately, we unify the titles at Mania and fail to stop the damn timer correctly again. Now, let's check out those stats. Now out of 31 matches, we won 31 and lost 0. The shortest match time was 1 minute and 4 seconds against Booker T and JBL in the ladder match for $10,000. The longest match was 15 minutes and 3 seconds in the Ultimate Submission match and the extra 3 seconds came from the delay from tapping out right at the end of the match. The average time for each match was 5 minutes and 4 seconds, which means the total time from bell to bell was 2 hours, 37 minutes, and 4 seconds, shaving off 53 minutes and 15 seconds from our corrected overall time of 3 hours, 30 minutes, and 19 seconds. Alright, to compare, the average time for each match was 1 minute and 15 seconds faster. The total time from bell to bell was 32 minutes and 26 seconds faster, and the overall time was 1 hour and 24 seconds faster than the minimum overall run. The times are far closer than in Here Comes the Pain, likely because the strategy was practically the same for both runs, and I don't know how I feel about that yet. With that said, I hope you enjoyed this video and will join me in the next one to hear my thoughts on if I believe if overall matters in this game or not.